You're welcome back, and you've been watching Business Morning on Channels Television. We've been talking about the ceramics industry, and we have here in the studio a professor of ceramics engineering. It is Professor Patrick Ohahinan. Thank you for still staying with us on the program. I want us to begin on this note as we wrap up the show. Lifespan of ceramic products in the country, or whether it is imported or is locally made, how long can they last?
We will not take ceramic generally. Let's take it product by product. If you have a good quality ceramic tea cup or teapot, without breaking it, it can last for nothing less than 10 years if you are using it on a daily basis. If you have a brick building, you know it lasts forever. You are not hearing of building collapse. You have never heard of any building built with ceramic bricks that has collapsed, except all those built with cement and other areas. So the ceramic building lasts forever. And you also have your sanitary ware. The WC you have in your bathroom almost lasts the lifespan of the building, unless you are not cleaning it very well. And then when it is dirty and you don't like it, you like to replace it. Not that it has collapsed. So ceramics is very, very durable for a very long time. Minimum, we can say minimum lifespan, 25 to 30 years, depending on usage.
So how do we encourage government's interest in this industry?
The first step to actually encourage governments to start talking about it, because in most cases you do not have access to the top government officers. When you start talking about it at any occasion, at any venue, they will hear about it. When they're having a program, you go there, you talk about it. But the first thing I think government should do is to set up a ceramic development council where you can bring ceramics experts in this country, raw materials producers in this country, people that are having money to invest in ceramics, to come and talk about ceramics and plan a roadmap for the government on how to develop the ceramic industry in this country. Unless that one is done, NASEMA should take the lead because they cover commerce, trade, industry, and agriculture. So they should actually take this lead, do a paper to the government on how to set up Ceramic Development Council. Because if you set up Raw Material Research and Development Council to assess availability of raw materials, what do you do with raw materials? The reason why people are not investing in our own raw materials, we ask them, we have abundant raw material resources. We have abundant mineral resources. We have abundant human resources. Where are the materials? What is the extent of the deposits? Who are the experts in that area? Do you know where they are? Are you in contact with them? Are you in contact with other experts outside this country? Do you have a plan on how to develop the industry? So the government is not having that one. So we must continue talking to government in any area we are in so that they can show interest in the development of ceramics.
Have we at any point exported ceramic products in the past? Did we? And how much were we able to generate from it?
We are not producing. How much more to be taken of export? As I said, Nigeria is in the 9th position of importers of ceramics. And we are not exporting. And in 2012, we spent $600 million US for custom and importation of ceramics. So we are not producing anything to be imported. For example, let me ask you, have you seen the ceramic product that is produced in Abeokuta, in Lagos? Or the ceramic product that is produced by ceramic manufacturer in Kano, the sanitary ware? Have you seen it in Lagos? The sanitary ware you are having in Lagos are those imported because they are producing below their installed capacity. And as a result of that, we have nothing to use. We are substituting it by imports.
So if we want to now increase the ability to produce locally made ceramic products, and this brings to bear the issue of infrastructure, going by what we have right now, can we say that we can confidently begin the production of ceramic products in Nigeria?
Yes, we can. Because the training in ceramics, apart from We are not talking about educational training. If you are talking of the workers that will be in the industry, they can be given on-the-job training on, for example, on raw material processing, on laboratory work, on making a process, on drying and firing, on glazing. You can train them on the job. If we have a ceramic factory in each state, that one can conveniently be handled by my company, Epina Technologies Limited.
So, in other words, state government should also look into how they can revive this.
State government, local government, federal government, and private individuals. In short, the banks should actually invest in ceramic development, because the excess profit they are having, if they decide to use to promote ceramic development, we will be employing nothing less than 1.2 million on a yearly basis on ceramic production.
1.2 million Nigerians will be employed.
Yes. For example, in India, just the ceramic tire industry, they're employing 5.5 million workers. So if you have tire industry in each state of the federation, you can imagine how many people we are taking out of the street.
You've mentioned quite a number of ceramic products in the country, and I want us to look at the affordability of these products, because I know that a wide range of products that are being made in the ceramic industry, but how affordable are they, especially when we compare what is being imported and what we produce, even if it's still on a low scale level? Yeah. How do you weigh both?
For example, if you have a teacup produced by the potters in this country, it won't cost more than 50 naira to 100 naira. But if you have imported teacup, you are talking of 250 to 300 naira. You can see the difference. The reason is this: the quality is different. And the quality is based on the composition. And the composition arises from the chemical and the mineralogical composition of the raw material you use to produce the product. And of course, the process technology. Here we are doing trial and error using throwing method. Whereas in developed countries, you have machines. You no longer even spend, like the teacup you displayed on the telly now. You no longer, these are thrown teacup. We are no longer in this area of production in ceramics. We are talking of ceramics for the electronic industry, ceramics for power distribution. Are you aware that ceramics too, if you have one of your teeth removed, you can replace it with ceramics? If you have your bone broken, you can replace it with ceramics, and you will not have any problem. And in India, where I did my research, Central Glass and Ceramic Research Center, somebody's eye was replaced with ceramics. And you won't know. And when he's standing and looking at you, you won't know that he's not having the natural eye, but he's just having ceramic on it. So we have a lot that we can do for the ceramic production in this country. And if we are able to develop it, just as I said, this country will be better off for it. Because if you look at ECOWAS, there are no major ceramic industry. The only people that can boast of ceramic industry in Africa is Egypt, South Africa. That's all. So we made this continent, we are the dumping yard for foreign producers.
Apart from Nasima, because you said you've written to them on on the prospects and the potentials in this industry, what ministries in the country do you think should work in terms of developing this industry, the ceramic industry?
The Ministry of Solid Mineral, the Ministry of Trade and Investment, the Ministry of Science and Technology, Raw Material Research and Development Council, Federal Institute of Industrial Research, Nigerian Road Building and Research Institute, Nigerian Content Development and Monitoring Board. The issue and small scale and medium scale development agencies, they should actually come together to pace ceramic development in this country. And then, of course, NUC and the technical board, the National Board for Technical Education, should back them up by setting up programs that will produce the human capital that is required to mine these industries.
Have there been interests from Nigerians wanting to know more about this especially on a larger scale, because if you have to produce to export to other parts of Africa or West Africa or other parts of the world, how do you gauge the level of interest from Nigerians in this industry?
Oh, a lot of people are showing interest. Since we started talking about this ceramic trade fair, I have nothing less than 28,000 people following my website, saying what ceramics is all about, asking questions. And I also have private individuals that are ready to invest in ceramic. We are currently talking, trying to assess, because you cannot start a ceramic industry without assessing your raw materials. The quality of the raw material will determine the machine that will be designed for you, because you can't use the same machine for different types of raw materials. So I'm talking with them, and they are showing interest. I'm hoping that at the end of this ceramic trade fair that is coming up, August 27th to 29th of this month in Sheraton Hotel, Lagos, a lot of people will show interest in ceramic development.
And how much do you think this industry is worth? And how much allocation or if this agencies I mentioned want to say, okay, we want to begin to look into the potentials of this industry, how much do you think is worth?
The world projector for ceramic development in 2018 is 408 billion US dollars. And Nigeria currently is importing 465.2 million ceramic products into this country. So the industry is worth a lot. I can refer to the industry as the good that is forgotten in this country. Because if you invest on it, you have a lot coming in. Production cost is very minimal. We have electricity, we have gas that is being flown, we have coal for firing the ceramic products. And of course, you know, labor is very cheap in this country. I use the word cheap because I've been to several countries. You can have somebody working for you in this country, you are paying 20,000 in a month, and they will be happy doing it. But outside, it's more than that. So the facilities required to develop ceramics, they are valuable, except the skill that is not available.
All right, thank you, Professor Patrick Ohahinan. We do appreciate your time. That's where we have to wrap up this conversation. We have been looking at the ceramic industry and talking about how well this industry can help generate employment opportunities for Nigerians. We're all one of the biggest importers of ceramic products in the world, and I think it is time for us to begin to look at how we can tap into the potentials in this industry. Okay, that's where we wrap up Business Morning. We do appreciate your time with us on the program. You can watch this edition on channelstv.com, and of course, let us know what you think about the day's topic and other issues of interest to you. I am Bolaji Akinwale. Up next is News Drive.